All right, good Thursday morning, everybody. Welcome to First Alert Weather Extra. I'm Channel 3 First Alert Meteorologist Tyler Hughes. We like to get together here at 8 o'clock in the morning every weekday, you and I, Thursday and Friday mornings at 8 a.m. And again at 9:30 p.m. as well for an in-depth look on what's going on, all things weather across southern New England. And we'll get right to it today because we have a lot to talk about. So thank you so much for joining us, streaming and on our mobile app as well. Here's what we're tracking this morning. Still a bit breezy, but you'll notice the worst of the wind has died down. So if the wind really woke you up last night, don't worry, that wind will be dying down over the course of the day today. But the breeze sticks around, and I've sounded like a broken record all morning, but the breeze really sticks around through the rest of the week and into part of next week, too. It will be a breezy few days ahead, but the worst of the wind, and I want to emphasize this, has already moved out of here. The weekend starts and ends with showers, but that doesn't mean it's a washout. In fact, most of the weekend will be totally dry. And I'll show you that here coming up in just a few minutes. First, though, I want to get to what happened last night because look at some of these wind gusts. We gusted up to 45 miles per hour last night in Groton, 41 miles per hour Norwich, 40 miles per hour Windsor Locks, 38, 39 miles per hour in New Haven and Meriden. So it was a gusty night. That being said, there were a few down tree limbs, things like that may have led to some isolated power outages. So keep that in mind. Most people are totally fine this morning, but some people are waking up. Also, by the way, if you left your trash cans out, I mean, this sounds like a funny thing to say, but if you left your trash cans out last night, you should go check on them. I'm looking right now on Eversource, Connecticut showing just over 1,000 people affected by power outages this morning. So that's not too bad, all things considered. Because look at where the wind gusts are now. They've come down quite a bit, only about 20 to 30 miles per hour this morning, and they'll continue to die off a little bit. So for that reason, the wind advisory, the high wind warnings that we had earlier today, those have been canceled. We had a first alert weather day. We were first alerting you yesterday to some of these gusty winds overnight. That first alert weather day has also been canceled as the worst of the wind has moved out of here. All right, let's talk about yesterday. The average high temperature for this time of year is about 55 to 56 degrees. Yesterday we got up to 59, so slightly above average. And look at that. The actual low temperature was right on normal out at Bradley, 36 degrees. Now today will be a slightly below average day in the temperature department. We had that cold front move through overnight. That's what brought all of the wind. And that cold front is dropping off temperatures today. So inland, you may just barely get up to the 50-degree mark. In fact, some people up in the Northwest Hills, you could stay in the upper 40s all day long, even with all the sunshine we have today. Along the shoreline, we have a breeze coming from inland, so you'll be maybe a bit milder with temperatures in the low to even mid-50s this afternoon. So it should be a nice afternoon. It will be breezy at times, but not as gusty. Winds gusting 30 miles per hour max this afternoon. And most people will see wind gusts of maybe 20 to 25 miles an hour later on. Look at this from earlier on this morning. Satellite radar picture, mostly dry for us. But when we zoom out, look at upstate New York. Yes, that is snow on the radar. And it's been a while, hasn't it, since we've seen some snow on the radar there. And that is lake effect snow showers coming off of Lake Ontario. When we get the relatively warm lake water this time of year, mixed with the cold air, and you have wind coming from off the water, right? We have very, very gusty wind coming from the north and west in upstate New York. That's when we get these lake effect rain and snow showers. And so along the immediate lake shore, it's rain showers. And then the farther you get inland upstate New York, it's actually producing some snow shower activity. The good news is none of this snow activity will make it to us through the next couple of days. So we have none of the S word in the 7-day forecast, no snow. But interesting to see that there's a bit of lake effect going on upstate. High pressure remains in control overnight tonight and through much of the day tomorrow. So most of tomorrow's totally dry. And in fact, this clears us out overnight tonight as well. That will allow us to cool off quite a bit. And then here's our next weather maker. This front on the way late tomorrow night into very early Saturday morning will bring our next chance for some rainfall. So this evening will be a chilly, chilly evening. A mostly clear sky. That allows temperatures to drop to the 30-degree mark, maybe even the 20s in some spots. Look at these lows tonight. 28 Danbury, Waterbury, Vernon, Norwich, 26 Salisbury. Some of you may stay above the freezing mark, especially along the shoreline where the water's a bit warmer. It tends to influence the air temperature just a little bit. But still, right along the shoreline, you're at or around freezing. That'll cause a frost. And because the shoreline tends to be a little bit warmer, the growing season hasn't officially ended yet. It's ended for everybody else except the far southern parts of our coastal counties. And so there's a frost advisory in effect tonight, tomorrow morning. Just keep in mind, you'll see a frost, you'll see a freeze everywhere else, and it will be a chilly, chilly evening. You will need that jacket and that sweatshirt as you head out the door tomorrow morning. So tomorrow, temperatures start in the 30s and 40s. Then by the afternoon, we're back to average for this time of year. Middle 50s, and some of you could even break the upper 50s for high temperatures as well. A mix of clouds and sunshine. And then by the time we get to Friday Night Lights, if you have any plans with that, temperatures will be in the 50s. Our game of the week here, Channel 3, is South Windsor at East Hartford. Notice 9, 10 o'clock or so, that's when the shower chances start to go up here. And that's with the front that moves through overnight, tomorrow night, into very early Saturday morning. And so Saturday morning could see some showers until 9 o'clock or so. And then after that, they begin to move out. And look at the temperature on Saturday. We are going up on that temperature roller coaster. 63 degrees for an inland high, 65 along the shoreline. Even Sunday will be close to 60 degrees for high temperatures. So enjoy some of these above average temperatures if you have a chance to make any plans, because after about 9 a.m. on Saturday, we'll be dry the rest of the day. Any of your outdoor plans will be good to go. I know the UConn game is on Saturday. You'll be good for that. Then by the time we get to Sunday, it's dry to start. But late in the afternoon, early on in the evening, that's when we see some shower chances return with a cold front that will be ushering in some very, very chilly air. So here's First Alert Futurecast, showing you a mix of clouds and sunshine tomorrow. And then late tomorrow night, 10, 11 o'clock, is when the rain showers begin to fill in. Those continue through Saturday morning, but then look at that. By 11 a.m., we are cleared out, a mix of clouds and sunshine once again. Keep in mind there will be a bit of a breeze at times. This is what I'm talking about. The front Sunday night into early on Monday morning will usher in the coldest air of the season, especially in the upper levels. And so be prepared. If you haven't taken the winter jackets out of the boxes in the basement yet, now's the time to do it. If you haven't turned on the heat yet, now is the time to do it. Or gotten the fireplace ready, whatever you need to do. We're first alerting you now because the coldest air of the season is on the way later on as we head into early next week. Quick look into the 8 to 14 day period. We'd like to do this with you here on First Alert Weather Extra. These are generated by the Climate Prediction Center, some very, very, very smart folks at the National Weather Service and NOAA. And they say, hey, in the week 2 period, so the period past the next 7 days after the 7-day forecast, we're about average in the temperature department. Some parts of the Northeast, like the farther you get to the Ohio River Valley, they're actually talking above average temperatures. For us, there's not a strong signal for that, maybe just some average temperatures. And precipitation, it actually looks like it's going to be a slightly drier than average pattern over that period of time. So just how cold is that colder air next week? Here's the 7-day forecast. Let me show you. 63 Saturday, 59 Sunday, 47 for Monday. Oof. And it'll be breezy. So as we head into Veterans Day, we're looking at a high of 43 degrees, but it will feel more like the 30s out there when you step outside, and low temperatures will be in the 20s pretty much across the board. So that's why I say bundle up, make sure you get out those winter coats and things like that. Maybe just slightly warmer along the shoreline for the beginning of next week, but not by much. By a few degrees, and it will still be breezy. So the breeze is here to stay. None of the very, very gusty wind that we saw overnight, that has moved out. But the breeze is here to stay. And just remember, we have those shower chances bookending our weekend. So if you have any plans late Friday night or very, very early Saturday morning, keep in mind you may see a shower or two. Other than that, most of the showers will move through while we're asleep. We're dry the vast majority of the day Saturday. You can take advantage of the above average temperatures for any outdoor plans you may have. Then Sunday night, we have that more powerful front that moves through once again, bringing some more rain shower chances with it. All right, so that was your Thursday morning edition of First Alert Weather Extra. You can find us on the Channel 3 app. You can also find us on your Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, the WFSB Plus app. And I will see you again tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. We'll have another edition of First Alert Weather Extra tonight at 9:30 as well. Until then, hope you have a great Thursday and stay warm out there, everybody.